We're creating a structure that serves together.
Yes.
Yes, and
Yeah.
It's the organism in the moment.
So Will, recap for us. How you're ready. I'm your client. As your six-figure client. Oh, here. Not yet. So I'm sharing this as my background for you. We are in a structure of creating $100,000 clients that they
Okay.
pay for that value that is in structure. So I ask you, all of you, everyone, what is the simplest structure you know? I just did it.
Question.
Questions.
Yes.
powerful questions.
Well, now you've added. So first, let's acknowledge a question is a structure and we live it in our lives. Why do I say it's a structure? Because when I ask a question, you are compelled to respond. You can't leave that tension sitting there. Tension. You want to answer. And as soon as I asked you, you gave me your best answer, which is your highest form of behavior. Your answer was valid. It was right. It's correct. It's perfect. It just may not be as valuable. And it might be even more valuable than mine. And I invite you to share it with me so I can make mine better. I call that yes and. And so I've had this guy, I'm in a business opportunity with him, and I have my business partner and the real world, right? That's going on all the way around that. And so I'm sitting in this other situation and it shows up. And so this guy is bothering me. He's like, I got to come up with 100 grand. And he's kept bothering me with it, pestering, like it's my fucking problem. It's not. But I also am looking at it from yes and. Like, I don't need to help him, but my heart is like, wants to. My head says no. My heart says yes. So I like putting the pieces together is like, as a powerful creator, what would I do? How would I structure this? How could I put this together? And I get to a point where I have to talk with my business partner. All right, business partner, here's the high level, all the pieces that are coming together, and I'm bringing it down all the way to here. And I bring it to this moment that we have to make a choice right here. And as he does, he breaks it down to his pieces that he can hold on to. And I'm just watching him break it down. Powerful creator. I give him that. He is a powerful creator of no. It is the easiest way to, it's the easiest answer. It's the laziest answer. It's the fucking weakest answer. Sorry, there's my F. It is a weak answer.
Really? I thought no was like standing in your power.
Well, no, the N-O, N-O, no, N-O, no. Not yes and. No, creator can choose no. It's just the problem is we're so conditioned to say no.
Oh, I've been conditioned to say yes.
Well,
Like
that
I'm the
wasn't
opposite.
That wasn't my interaction, because what here's my listening was, I heard the same pattern that I've listened to for 16 years arrive at the answer I already knew he was going to go to.
Oh, you just guided him, or you helped him find it.
Well, I don't know who helped who. If I had a 40-minute conversation with him and we arrived at the point I knew he was going to arrive at, what did we do?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Spinning wheels do
We
nothing.
we honored the fucking no that had no return.
Mhm.
There's no space in a no.
Uh,
And I'm sitting with, how is that is different between the head and the heart. The heart wants to say yes and the head says no.
Mhm.
And that's where, Will, I listen to you gauging your creator, my default, my automatic. And it's like, man, we can't even see the patterns that we're trapped in. And most of us are trapped in a no pattern. So I shared that this morning with my partner, and I didn't want to. So it was like, if my partner doesn't accept me as a coach, doesn't accept me as a leader, and then yes, and there's parts of it that does, then it's like, as a business partner, how can I say this? Like, if I already know your patterns, why do I need to ask? And to me, that is just a demonstration of how a powerful, valuable creator cannot work with someone who says no. And so with all of that wobble, I surrender to be a client. Because all of our gurus that are telling you how to do it will not do this. They will not take their own advice. Why? Because they're not equal. We are, but they don't see it. So who wants to step in and take on the coach's hat? Or a guy, whatever hat you want to, what you call it, your hat. And I'm just going to take on the client hat for now.
what's their what's your end result that you're aiming for?
Hi, Will.
Hey,
Where did you start?
I think it was a creative structure.
Yes, it is. It's a how, because it was a positive question aimed at the future. You bet your ass it's a great question. Now I want to know what role you're holding. I don't know what to grant you authority to if I don't know what role you're taking. See, you assumed I granted you coach. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Would that matter in your outcome?
I'm resisting and going into anger and detaching and disassociating almost
Hmm.
So good to know.
Yeah, that your
Like,
voice
I'm-
did not sound like it at all. You were in your power, is what I
Yeah.
heard.
But everything you said after that, I'm just like triggered now.
Oh, you
Interesting.
mean no one else has cleaned that up for you?
Cleaned up what? Like
Your-
the way you've been speaking in the last couple minutes since I asked that question. I can not even process what you just said. Like I have no fucking idea what you just said because I'm just
Yeah.
like triggered. I'm just triggered.
Do you think any other coach has that too, or guide, or whatever role? Do you think we have that in our roles?
Probably, yeah. No, it's good. Like it's good to notice that. It's good to realize that because like that's going to happen in sessions with clients if you choose that path. So, staying centered is pretty important to be able to serve someone.
Yes. What would we love?
Bingo.
What would
Now,
we?
so now look, all the vultures come in. All the vultures are coming in.
Yeah, I'm quiet.
And
I
Wyatt, you said the word. You said the word. That will be our center word.
center word? Like, what do you mean?
You said I serve. I was like, yes, that is our word together. It's like that's what we'll do this
Serve.
session in is we're serve. Yes, I say yes to that, my coach. Hmm.
Oh, wow. Okay, that didn't take too long to get back to center. Just had to like stop and get out of the brain and into the heart and breathe. Wow, that's so much better.
Yes. And as soon as you got there, my processing was complete. We both arrived where we needed to arrive.
Really? Just by getting there.
Oh, it's the obvious action. That is, so how much, like, how much can I charge for that?
Not a
It, two ways. It's like nothing and everything.
Hmm.
Do you see who's abusing it and how people abuse it? They make it difficult. It's simple.
so our true intention is to be our true self, to be in that super conscious creator place, that place in our heart. And when we're not there, that's when we're in resistance.
Yeah.
And when we just get centered, we're creating a structure. We're in the structure of creation. We're in that space of everything that is. And we don't really need to recode or do a process because being in that space clears all the resistance on its own.
Yes.
So people will be paying to be in this space. That is their choice. As Jenny says, bingo, bango, bouncing ball will.
Yeah, I found it. I just had to close my
Wee.
eyes and take some deep breaths and just go into my heart and feel that bounce and see that baby bouncing in the jolly jumper. And it was like, okay, here I am. I'm back.
That's
And
beautiful.
wonderful. So yes, thank you, Will. What a great process.
Wow,
And look, it
thank
wasn't
you.
a one-way street, right? It wasn't a one-way street.
Yeah, it was like we experienced that together, didn't we?
And there is nothing greater than that, because I can go back and be like, yeah, Will showed me that.
Really? Because when you closed your eyes and you just put your head back and relaxed, you reminded me. So in effect, you were teaching or coaching me. This is where you can choose to be.
Mhm. Next level is to notice, is it my resistance or their resistance?
Yeah.
And you're always telling me it's mine. I'm no longer accepting it.
Bloody judgment, eh? Wow.
So with love, I close my client hat and like, oh,
Thanks.
now observe. What does everyone observe?
Thanks for not taking that personally.
It can also be resistance from a third party.
Oh, it's all over.
Yeah, because these field structures are everywhere.
Yeah.
And if we're not careful, we can get caught up in them and take them on and think that they're our structure, but they're not. Get like intertwined and entangled.
Well, I think I think they still are structure, but they're not the structure that you want to create in.
Yeah.
Am I right about that, Craig and Jenny?
Yes, correct. I think now would be a good time to introduce an epiphany I got during that exercise.
Yeah.
Coaching has become about helping or guiding someone through a difficulty that they're having. Okay. And the greater the difficulty, the more money that gets charged for being a coach. So the value is tied to the difficulty. Okay.
Yeah.
So the thing is, as a coach, if I want to make good money, I got to make sure that the difficulty is very large.
That's why my boss said, when I wanted to leave to go and do my psychotherapy qualification, he said to me, just remember, therapy is the same as prostitution. You're charging for services to make somebody feel better.
Yes, exactly.
And I was obviously quite affronted.
Well, yeah.
Or shocked at the equivalent. And he knew what he was doing. And he looked at me and said to me, I got nothing against prostitutes.
Yeah.
And I knew that he didn't have, because we'd done research on prostitute rings in the townships. So
that's exactly what I just said.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I just pointed out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Craig. It was just the awareness,
Yeah.
And I was very grateful to him for that, because I could shift in the expectations that I had of myself. And I grew with every single client that came.
Wow.
Yeah.
So your practice helped you significantly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Wow.
The teacher always grows more than the student does. Always.
Wow. So it did so being in that teaching space / whatever you want to call it, coaching or whatever, however you want to label it, it's lost my thought. Oh, it can become like an addiction
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
because
totally.
it feels so darn good.
Yeah. Not realizing that it's a trap.
You feel powerful even though you're not in your power. You're not in your power at all, but
Exactly.
it feels powerful, right?
Wow.
So it's that addiction that kind of kicks in. Look at the change that I am causing in this person.
Huh. No, they're doing it.
Well, yeah, but that's not what you tell yourself
Oh,
when you're coaching.
like you're putting yourself on a pedestal.
Yeah, of course. You think it's you. You think it has something to do with you. You make it personal.
Wow.
Interesting. Hey, Will.
Yeah, it's like man, it's like being in this space, your values, you thought you knew your values.
Mm.
Like listening to all the Make Mine stuff, and it's great. I love it.
Mm.
But then being in this space, in this structure of who we truly are in our hearts, it's a very different structure. And it's like that old, like what I thought were my values, like, is that really necessarily my path now? I thought it was.
I joined Magmine because I thought that this was what I was going to get. And after 3 weeks, I was already beginning to disengage. And then I happened to arrive in a session with Jesse where nobody else was. And within the first 10 minutes of talking to him, I thought, why the hell is nobody here? Like, this is gold.
How many days after that did you invite me, Allison?
Quite a while afterwards.
Quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was about another 3 weeks, I think.
Is this what I was looking for too?
Isn't that funny how, like, I don't even remember how I found this or showed up here. Like I think maybe it was Jesse's post in Mighty. That's probably what it was.
Mm.
But isn't that interesting how we all showed
Yeah.
up here?
Yep.
And I would call you guys some of the most authentic people that I know. If I were to label you.
And I would say that you're one of the most inspiring that I've met.
I agree with that one.
Your capacity and commitment to find your heart has been so amazing to witness. And Jenny says totally 100%.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's been an amazing experience to witness.
Which is why you got it, why your heart got it.
Mm.
Your heart's wanted this for a long, long time, Will.
My whole life,
Yeah.
my whole entire life.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You've been
before.
so hungry. You've been so hungry to feel your heart.
And you too, hey Craig?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
It's
kidding.
like when I first heard the term, I know I might have said this before, but when I first heard the term heart-centered creator, from Alexi, I'm like, heart-centered creator, what the heck is that? Like, it was such a foreign concept.
God.
And now it's like, now I get it. And I am that. I want to, like, that's what I choose to be. It's my purpose.
That's what you've always been.
Yeah.
That's who you've always been.
Yeah. It's got shut down.
And you just had a new opportunity to walk in it all over again.
It's like, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave the space. It just hurts too much to not be here.
It will always be with you, Will, and you'll always be with it.
Yeah.
That's
Never
the
gonna go
magic
back.
of it.
You're never ever going to go back.
Well, look at how quickly I like went into resistance there.
Yeah, but
When I
resistance
joined.
resistance is not going back.
Oh,
Resistance is just revealing the things that were in your way, that have been in your way.
the boulders, the molehills.
Boulders and other things, yeah, that kept you from the truth.
I was making a mountain out of those molehills,
Well, yeah,
but by being my true self, they'll just clear themselves.
Yeah, you would have never arrived without the yeses you said.
correct.
And so when people start fucking with your Jenny,
Yeah. Messing with.
messing with your yeses, love them.
Wow. Holy crap. I gotta write that down.
Because every one of you, I said, I love you. Not everyone got that. That's a good one to end on. For the rest of them, not for us.